Greetings gamers, KWK here with my very first Let's Play. My first Let's Play, we're going to try out a little game called Kool-Aid Man for the Intellivision. The Intellivision is a very unique, interesting system way back in the day. It's actually the very first video game system I can remember owning in my household because this system is actually older than I am. So when I was born and when I was old enough, this is all I had to play because this is what my family already had. And I got to play games like this. This game is pretty unique, as I can say, for it just being kind of like a game to sell a product like Kool-Aid. It's fairly cryptic, but not as cryptic as a lot of older games are. It's got a lot of different avenues you have to take that just interchange between every level. Right here I got two characters, your two kids, a boy and a girl. You go around a house apparently at the middle of the night, and your whole mission is to get all the ingredients to the sink to make Kool-Aid. And those ingredients in this game are right there: Kool-Aid, sugar, which I already got, and you actually need the official Kool-Aid container, apparently. That is required. And once you get those three items, you can carry an item apiece with the two kids here, and you can switch between the kids to pick up items and drop them off. It's pretty interesting of a dynamic for the time in the game and the idea. I just don't understand why all these items are spread across a house this big, and they're making it so difficult for these two children that are home alone and they want to make Kool-Aid in the middle of the night for whatever reason. But I guess backstory, just it wasn't that important back then. It was just something to do. So right now we're going to get here, we're going to drop off the Kool-Aid, switch characters, drop off the sugar. One last item to go on the first level here. We need the official Kool-Aid pitcher, which from my memory as a kid I had a real hard time with this game. I always got caught by those, I believe they're called thirsties, those little monsters that keep making that noise. And the whole point of the game is just to get it made, and I just would have the hardest time getting all three items, even on the first level, and I would just struggle. And you know what? I think it's a little bit because of the game, a little bit because I was very young at the time trying to play this game. And I'm going to put most of the blame on the ergonomics of the Intellivision controller. That is by far one of the most painful controllers. Even right now as I'm playing, I'm struggling to play this game with this controller. Intellivision has got probably one of the most difficult controllers. It just looks like a old telephone with a dial on it. It is not comfortable in the least to use, and it is very stiff button movement on the sucker, but I just kind of worked my way through because Intellivision is better than no video games, and this is what I would be doing with my time. Definitely one of the regulars I would play is this game. I don't remember ever getting farther than much of maybe like the third level or time around, so that's why I'm doing a Let's Play, because I'd love to see somebody do a long play online with this sucker, because I'm curious how many levels you can actually get to before it starts repeating the whole process again. I don't know if it's infinite or what. I don't think I'll ever know, because I definitely don't have the patience to find out. So in this Let's Play, I'm just going to play as far as I can, and we're going to see what happens. But here we go. We're getting there, getting there. Last item, drop it off. There he is. And right here, the man that knows how to make the best entrance ever, Kool-Aid Man himself. This is definitely the highlight of the entire game right here. Now, after that exciting intro, you then get to be Kool-Aid Man here, and your only goal is just to grab fruit that runs around and to suck up the thirsties. And as if this controller ain't bad enough, after all that excitement and all this for Kool-Aid Man, this guy moves like a piece of sludge. This is very difficult to move. He is slower than anything else I can imagine in a game, and he is very hard to control with this controller. We're just muddling through here, try to at least get some kind of points here in some items, but it is not easy to move it. There we go, there we go. And got another, luckily. But I think it actually finishes after you get the thirsties that are in the house. That's what you're really looking for, are those those characters that were scaring the kids or that would entrap you. There's one. You need to get him. I think after you get those, there you go. There's the first level. It's a good chunk of points. Now it repeats again. Here we go. But the problem is, I only remember the first level. This is a game I ain't played in years, so I got to kind of look around and figure out where the stuff is, because that's how they change it. They just keep randomizing where all the items are. Well, there's the picture. That's nice and close. Oh, nice. And now they're doing this to me. All right. These suckers kind of work in a nice triangular motion, and if you just stand in just the right spot, then they can just kind of diagonally bounce away from you and hope they don't detect you. I really don't know how to shake these guys. If they ever get really close enough to you, they kind of hone in on you, and then you're just in trouble. And let's see if I can take this stool to the sugar. No, there's no stairs here, so we're going to be backtracking a little bit here. And just keep backtracking. This is pretty interesting. No music, no nothing. It's got all that wild music for Kool-Aid Man. It's got the wild music when the game starts, but then all it is footsteps the rest of the game. I don't know what they were going with this theme. Is this supposed to be scary, that it's at night? There's nothing but footstep noise. And if it was supposed to be scary, I don't understand why they would try to make a game like this scary, because isn't this game intended for very young children? I don't know. Who knows what they were thinking when making this game, but regardless, it was slim pickings for me playing video games as a kid until I was old enough to say I want a Nintendo, and this is what I got. So I just played what I had here, and hopefully we can pull this off. We'll put the stool down, and we'll try to get the sugar. There we go. Uh-oh. There's one on my tail here. You almost want to wait for just the right time with these. But you do have kind of like quote-unquote lives in this game. If you get hit by one of these, it's going to freeze one of the characters that got hit. So you can switch. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see if we can shake them. Shook the one. Now this one's hard on my trail here. But I'm dead-ending here, and it's not going to be enough. I just messed up. Oh, she's done. There's one. So now she's stuck, and I can only be the boy now. Yep, and I got the sugar, so I can't pick up anything. So I just got to pretty much bail on her. She's on her own. And I got to try to get this in motion in time here. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be really tasking, because when you lose the one character, if she's froze, I can switch between the two. But most likely she's going to get lost because another Thirsty's going to get her in time. And it's going to be very difficult for me to go save her and still get this character. Oh, there she goes. If you hear the scream, you can't go. She's done. It's just me on my own now. Alright, so we're going to drop off the sugar here. And now we're going to head back and try to go get that Kool-Aid. Maybe we can just pull this off, but it's pretty tough when you're by yourself because she's done. I can't use her anymore. And if they get me, my game is over. Then it restarts all the way at the beginning again. So that's the excitement of this game. Once you're done, you go all the way back to the beginning. This is a no messing around game. Right, we got our Kool-Aid. We got a Thirsty on our trail here already. Let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Alright, shake him off my tail. There we go. Yeah, hopefully we can at least get this level beat, but we're going to try our darndest here. Man, this controller's tough. And slowly but surely, that's all we can do in this setup. I mean, why is there only one sink in this big of a house anyway? Why isn't there more than one sink? And shouldn't all these items be in the kitchen anyway? I mean, who organized this house? The design of this house is just out of this world. Alright. Uh-oh. No, that's not... well, that's game over. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I do not have the patience to be playing this anymore, so... Till next time, we'll see what the next Let's Play will have entailing for us.